There is no useless experience, as read by the author. Lesson 2. Hone your skills. Your gifts will place you before kings. Proverbs 18, verse 16, talks about how your gift will make way for you. Another version says, your gift ushers you into greatness. Another talks about your gift opening doors. Nothing could be truer in this life. In my life, I have had 3 gifts or talents that have caused doors to be flung wide open. In my high school, I sang in the choir. It was quite an accomplished choir, led by the late musical maestro David Zalo, who was very adept at composing and choreographing music. As a result of my involvement in the school choir, I once had an opportunity to visit the State House. I remember it was the 20th of October, 1994, and the excitement that I got then as a Form 3 student, about to go to the most prestigious house in the land, is something that I will never forget. I didn't know about gifts then, but I wish I had done more with this gift in terms of perfecting it. Honing your skills is important because it is a guaranteed avenue that will send you to the top. The second gift I have experienced, and by far the most consequential to me, has been the gift of oratorical skills. It is the reason why I work in media today. My confidence in my ability to speak and put words together first led me to MC numerous events and eventually got me my first job broadcasting on radio. That was my entry into the world of journalism, and it has accorded me the opportunity to meet people in this industry I would otherwise only have seen on TV. The third gift has been the gift of writing. Even in high school, I was that guy who would be hired to write love letters for others. It usually involved me sitting with a dictionary so I could bamboozle the young damsels with words that they would have to look up. As a result, my grasp of the Queen's language blossomed and has been very instrumental in helping me express myself and making it a lot easier to put down my thoughts, even in this book. I have to mention one thing though, my dear reader. While our gifts may be many, because sometimes one can have more than 1 or 2, it is important to narrow them down so that you can spend your time perfecting a few and making sure that they are excellent. Footballers think football and consume all manner of content about it. This would be the same for actors, and so on and so forth. What you constantly feed yourself is what will cause growth, so that getting to the top will be easy with constant repetition, which is really only possible through sheer hard work and utilizing many hours on the same. However, while your gifts and talents can take you to the top, it is only your character that will keep you there. In 2008, I landed a job at an international NGO as a bus driver, ferrying in their guests from abroad. It was a good and easy job, and because of my gift of gab, I was able to blend in with the hosts, and after some interactions, they appointed me the operations coordinator of their NGO. I was still driving every now and then, but was now also doing much more than that and was right at the heart of their Kenyan operations. Unfortunately, I had a drinking problem, which I managed to keep discreet at first, but which ended up eventually affecting most of my decisions and culminated, coupled with other factors, in the eventual loss of that job. At the cornerstone of this loss was the booze, and I knew it. I had managed to get to the top, but my character had flung me right back to the bottom. The book of Daniel talks about 3 young men who ended up in the king's court together with other young men, and yet refused to partake in the indulgences of royalty. They stood out and were rewarded handsomely for their strength of character. There are many people who have had the opportunity to be before kings and in other high places, to showcase themselves and use their gifts and talents for gain and recognition. There are, however, very few who have stayed there. Many have been unable to make the best of those God-given opportunities because they have not had the character required to navigate their lives and opportunities and remain in a place of favor. Begin by honing your skill. What are you good at? Go ahead and get started, whilst buffering yourself with distinguishable and excellent character.